Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. So glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside. How's everybody doing out there? Yeah, I'm back. Shooting them all in the same day, obviously. But decided I'm going to do a traveling Wilburys video. Got a few things I'm not sure if you guys have seen. If you have, so forth and so on. But if you're not familiar, Traveling Wilburys was the super group with George Harrison, Roy Orbison, Tom Petty, Jeff Lynne, and Bob Dylan. And I think their first album came out in 1988, if I remember right. Can't remember everything, but it was somewhere around there. But I am totally surrounded by Traveling Wilburys stuff here. And a couple of Traveling Wilburys surprises. Couldn't pull everything. My poster, my promotional poster for Wilburys 1 is actually up on the wall. Wilburys 3, I had that promotional poster too. That one is actually in the same frame behind it. I do that so when I go to clean the room, if I want to change, I can swap them. And my poster pile doesn't end up so big. But we'll start out with Traveling Wilburys, Volume 1. This is my vinyl copy. I bought this when it first came out. That's the label on it. I'm not going to open it. This one I know I played here and there. But we'll start with Traveling Wilburys, Volume 1. And then when the album came out, they released Handle with Care as a 45. I think the B-side's like Margaritaville or something like that. Gotta find some place to put this. Then they released End of the Line as a single off the album. This came out after Roy passed away. And they also released it in other formats. Here's the Wilbury CD. That's what the front of the CD looks like. They also came out with Handle with Care on a 3-inch CD. For anybody that remembers 3-inch CDs. Yeah, CD singles. What did I pay for this? $3.98 when it came out. They also had cassette singles. Yeah, anything they could do to make money. They released it on every damn format. End of the Line also came out as a CD3. That record store's out of business. And it also came out as a cassette single. I put these on there so I can hang them up. Then, I want to say 2007, they re-released the Handle with Care single. That's the sleeve for it. And there's the label for it. In 2007. They also, when this came out, released a 10-inch version of the Handle with Care single. Came in a paper sleeve. And here's the record. And the version on this, if you can see it, is an extended version. The version of Handle with Care on this is actually longer than the album and the 45. Then, after, I think that's pretty much, well, they just recently came out with Volume 1 on the 30th anniversary picture disc also. This just came out last month. Then I have a 12-inch version of End of the Line, which I'm pretty sure is an extended version also, but it came with a sheet of Traveling Wilburys stickers that are still in there. This is still sealed. I've never opened this. Then I have the last thing I want to show you for Volume 1 is the counter display for the album. It's a counter display for Traveling Wilburys Volume 1. This one pops up every once in a while, but not too often. I was really happy to get this when I got it. I prefer Volume 3's display, which you'll see shortly. But afterwards, they came out with a compilation album called Nobody's Child. I think it's the Romanian Angel Appeal. And there's a Traveling Wilburys song on here called Nobody's Child on the top there, along with a bunch of other artists on CD. I don't think this was released on an actual vinyl, but I do have the 12-inch vinyl for Nobody's Child. Plays the same as the 45. And the 7-inch version of Nobody's Child, which I think this was a UK import, if I remember right. It's an import from somewhere. Might even be Germany. Then they came out with Traveling Wilburys Volume 3, which this is my copy. I don't think I've ever opened it. And off of that, they released the first single, which is the 12-inch version of She's My Baby. Which I also have the CD single version, which has, my CD is actually in the CD player, has an instrumental version of New Blue Moon on it. I thought I had the single for that. I guess I don't, or did I show it? No, I don't think I have the single for that one. Then the second song that came off of that album was the Wilbury Twist. There's a 12-inch version of that. And I have also a cassette version of it. It's in a hard case. Has 2 songs on it. And then the single version. And then they also came out with what they call the Wilbury Twist postcard pack. Contains postcards of the band. That single I just showed you. There's George. And I also have the regular edition CD. And I also have, sitting behind me on the floor display for the Traveling Wilburys Volume 3 album, which I put on the cardboard. It is cardboard, there is no easel. Yeah, I love this one. But there's no easel on it. It's just a floor display / countertop display. for Volume 3. And then for an anniversary, this is the first pressing from 2007 of the both albums, plus a bonus 12-inch. This is the first pressing of it that came out in 2007. And also the first pressing of the CD box. The second pressings, the boxes are blue. But as the first pressing of the CD box that came out. But I do have one more thing, but I'd have to go off camera to get it. I don't know how to edit. I've tried. Hey, what can I say? What programs do you guys use to edit? I've tried editing it through YouTube. I've tried editing it through my app on my iPad and all that other stuff. But I'll be right back. Yeah, that didn't take long. Last thing I'm going to show you, this came out when the first album came out. It's a limited edition, manufactured by Gretsch, but it is the Traveling Wilburys signature guitar. This is the TW100. They made a bigger model that was the 300. And believe it or not, I got this through the JCPenney catalog. For everybody that remembers JCPenney. I've had it all these years. Still sitting in the room. But yeah. Thing about these is every one is different. They changed the design on the body of every one of these guitars that they made. I'm not sure how many of them they did make. But I have the shipping box that came with it also. It's just not outright at the moment. It's put away. But that's about it. That's my Wilburys collection. Thanks for watching. If you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. I'm that close to 150, which I find utterly amazing. So I appreciate every one of you guys. Thanks for watching, and until next time.